Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. The first video or live stream this year. So I hope everyone that's tuning in, I hope everyone had a great Christmas for those who celebrated it, and a happy new year. And hey, let's get into the big story today in the boxing world. First boxing video of the year. Let's talk about the big news. Tyson Fury has announced his retirement again. He made a short video earlier today saying that he's announced his retirement, and that's him done. And when you look at it at face value, you go, hey, look, Tyson's had an excellent career. 34 wins, 2 defeats, 1 draw. Right? You're thinking, these combat sports fighters, these boxers, when they say that they're retired, they're never retired, right? We all know the story. And Tyson Fury is no exceptions. This is his 5th retirement. This is his 5th time that he's announced his retirement. And look, I don't believe this, retirement announcement, at all. At all. Don't believe it whatsoever. I do believe he will be back in the ring at some point this year. But, he retired in 2013. Actually, I'll pull up dates now, and I can tell you when Tyson Fury retired. Everyone that's tuned in, make sure to hit the like button, share button, and subscribe button as well. We're going to have some great content for you this week. Preview for UFC 311 will be out this week. Also, there'll be a UFC video out tomorrow as well during the day. So I'll just find out Tyson Fury. So Tyson Fury, the king of retirement. Retirement in 2013, 2017, 2022, and 2025. Big up CJ as well, yeah, big up. So Tyson Fury, so this is the 5th time, so this is the 4th time that he's retired, right? I don't believe that he is going to retire. Because remember when, he announced his retirement, and then, try to find it now. Yeah. Can't we remember when he retired after beating Dillian White? Yeah, this is Fury's 4th retirement, right? Yeah, exactly. And the story, like the boy that cried wolf, you say, you don't believe it after a while. CJ, facts, expecting Fury Joshua announcement in a few months now for sure. Absolutely. Look, he retired after beating Dillian White, and 8 months later he fought Derek Chisora. So, come on, Fury, yeah? Stop taking the piss out of the fans, because, not gonna lie, if this is a legit retirement, which is not, then it doesn't hit the same anymore. It doesn't hit the same anymore. Say that you retired. CJ, in fact, it has to be a PR move to hype up the fight now that they've both lost. To me, I still think there's hype behind this fight, because it is the 2 best British heavyweight boxers in this era clashing, even if they are both, those who are not in their prime anymore, AJ and Fury. I think it's obvious to see the last 2 performances of the two guys. Ironically, the last fight was a watch along we did on this channel, Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. But for me, I know a few people online saying that Fury won that fight against Usyk the second time, but for me, no way, no way. In England for sure, not here in the States. LOL. You don't think it'd be big in the States? I don't think it would be big in the States. Not. This is a domestic. Could sell out Wembley for sure. Could definitely sell out Wembley for sure for Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. We've already thrown Jared Hansen to the trash. Our next heavyweight up and comer. I'd have to say Britain have got a lot of heavyweight up and comers coming up. A lot of good British talent coming up. And look, you know, this retirement is just strengthened negotiations for him versus AJ. And we know, His Excellency Turkey Ali Sheikh, he's got the money, he's got the cash. And if it's more money that Tyson Fury's wanting, because this is what he does. He retires to get the terms that he wants. And we know Saudi have, in this case, a bottomless pit of cash. And he will get the money he wants. It all depends on how big, His Excellency wants this fight. And we know that Turkey Al Sheikh wants this fight to happen. So this fight will happen. It should happen in the UK. Did you see the latest fight night link? Al Hassan getting KO. Oh yeah, I did. I had to rewatch it in the morning because I'm making sure that I'm watching fight nights in the morning instead of staying up throughout the night. I usually get up nice and early to watch the fight nights. But yeah, absolute brutal knockout. Absolute brutal knockout. But Mackenzie Dern picks up a win. Yeah, the first win of 2025. Yeah, the title run. The title run starts here. The title run starts here for Mackenzie Dern. But back to Tyson Fury, our favorite British boxer. Not my favorite, personally. Oh, my nephew works with Al Hassan on the medical side. Met him a few times. Good guy, but it was brutal. Yeah, it looked. Oh, mate, the way his head bounced off the canvas is nasty stuff. It's nasty stuff. I hope he's doing well now. I hope he's doing well now, and I hope we see him back in the octagon. Hopefully, not too quickly. Hopefully, he takes his time to recover. Shout out to everyone that's in here. First, video or stream of the year. I think the last time I did anything was to watch along for the boxing. So if you're new around here and you like your combat sports, make sure to hit the like button, share button, and subscribe button as well. But okay, let's all put like the mindset like Tyson Fury is going to come back. Let's say right that Tyson has. To be honest here, I used to like Fury based on his ability. I can't stand him now with all the talking and lack of commitment. Look, I think I do agree. Like, look, Tyson Fury is an enigma at heavyweight. The size, the reach, like his attributes is almost, I would say, almost unicorn esque in the heavyweight division. But I just think he's been lucky the past few fights. I'm not saying about the two Usyk fights because for me, he lost both the Usyk fights. No matter what his fans want to say, for me, he lost both Usyk's fights quite comfortably. Right, quite comfortably, in my personal opinion. Right, a lightweight in the heavyweight's body, yeah, got a speed of a middleweight, but in the body of a heavyweight heavyweight. And I think we saw, especially in the second Usyk fight, you definitely saw. I don't think you saw. I think you've seen in a while that Tyson has been declining physically. The pop wasn't quite there, and I think you could tell, like in the Usyk fight, like I think he also lacks the power for it because he's not really been like a massive power puncher. Like, when was the last time? I'm about to say, when's the last time he actually knocked someone out cold, like unconscious? Dillian White? Dillian White caught him with a nice uppercut. But when's the last time you see Tyson actually put like a proper beating on someone? Maybe the Wilder fights, maybe the second and third Wilder fights, maybe where he put a real beating on. But Tyson Fury's never had that one punch knockout power. It's usually death by 1,000 punches for for Tyson. But look, I think we all saw like his body deteriorating, like the pop in the step hasn't been quite the same in the last few fights. And look, when he fought against Usyk, he always had a massive uphill battle. Like me, Callum, Jamie, we all thought that not Usyk, that Fury would try to lean on Usyk you know, to make Usyk carry some of his body weight up against the ropes. But hey, Usyk just he's got an elite level gas tank, and I just think the size that Tyson was, he could never really keep up. And let's be honest, in the first fight, Tyson was very lucky not to go out on his back because Usyk was literally a few seconds away from knocking out Tyson Fury. And when the second fight came around, people thought, hey, look, Tyson had a good-ish game plan. He just needs to up the cardio. He needs to risk. He needs to get wet. Is the term that people like to use. Like like you'd need to take a few to give a few, right? And for me, I don't think that would happen when he weighed in. Because he weighed in at like 281 pounds. He really went for the, I'm going to try and get him out early. And I said that in the watch long. If he doesn't get him out within the first 6 rounds, that weight's gonna, that weight's not gonna be good for him. And look, I look at shows. I thought Usyk won the second fight quite comfortably. Comment here from Adam Hurley: Fury's not serious about his retirement. He ain't fighting no Bacoli. Well, let's be honest. I don't think Fury would be. You think he's serious? I don't think he is serious because I don't think he wants to fight Bacoli, Adam. I don't think he wants to fight the up and coming generation. And look, he doesn't need to. I think it'd be a massive risk if he fought a Bacoli. Trying to think, Bacoli. Who's that young like 19-year-old? Can't think of his name now. Can't think. Is it Tuma? Yeah, like I can understand why he doesn't want to fight those guys, but we know the fight that he should be taking next, which is the Anthony Joshua fight. Yeah, I knew I had it on the tip of my tongue, didn't know how to pronounce it properly. Probably butchered it, but it is, I suppose. But we all know the fight that we want to see. We know the fight he needs, like we want him to take next. The fight that we have all been waiting for. The fight that has not been able to get made. You know, because promoters couldn't get along with each other, couldn't sit down at the table, which is Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. And look, in the world that we are with Saudi Arabia taking the driving seat, Turkey Al Sheikh being, almost like the Dana White of boxing, making these fights that seemed impossible possible. This fight falls into that category because beforehand, Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren having a good enough working relationship to do the 5-on-5, to do some other big fights involving those two guys fighters. Of course not. But hey, money talks. And for me personally, when I said Fury announced his retirement again, but for how long? For me, he will stay retired until he gets the money he believes that he deserves to fight Anthony Joshua in the UK. And I do believe, that would be his last fight, him fighting Anthony Joshua. But because he said that he's going to retire so many times, You know, even if he did announce that he actually retired for the last time, would we actually believe him? Would we actually believe that he has retired? If we would have fought AJ, and actually favour AJ in that fight, it'd be difficult. I'd still fancy Fury to win. I'd still fancy Fury to win. I don't know why. I just think Fury's footwork's always been better than Joshua. Joshua's got the power, but you know, it would depend if AJ could hit him with a good shot. But you know, Fury's movement is still elite. I think Bacoli beats any heavyweight now, just too big. He's definitely up there. He's definitely going to get himself. You know, there's a lot of good British talent coming through. Bacoli, Atuma, Wardley, great talent coming through. Great talent going through. Adam, yeah, facts. It would be a great fight. It would be a great fight. And look, if this is Tyson's, actual retirement, then he's had a legendary career. He's had a legendary career. If this is the last that we ever see of Tyson Fury, forget his antics. Forget what we think of him with his, forget like his antics. The things that made him a bit cringe. Yeah, this is his boxing career. For beat Klitschko in Germany. 10 years undefeated, right? Defeats him in Germany. 10 years. Fury and Ngannou rematch. We will be there. Absolutely. Run it back. Ngannou got robbed. Ngannou got robbed. Absolutely got robbed, mate. Absolutely got robbed. Yeah, so he beat Klitschko in Germany. Right? Obviously had that whole issue, the depression, the drugs, the alcohol, him maybe thinking about considering his own life, and then to come back, face a couple of warm-up fights, and then face Deontay Wilder, who was the most feared man in boxing, could knock you out with that right hand, a dynamite right hand. Wouldn't even need to connect flush to knock you down, to knock you out, Deontay Wilder. For me, I thought he got robbed in not robbed. I thought Fury won the first fight. Didn't think it was a draw. Then comes and puts a beating on Wilder. Twice completely has broken Deontay Wilder, as we have seen since he's fought Tyson Fury's absolute. He's cooked. He's cooked. And also, he fought Dillian White, and then he fought Derek Chisora three times. He's a two-time ring heavyweight, WBA, WBC, IBF, WO heavyweight champion. Cabell is also a decent fighter also. Zhang is special. He's 41. Oh yeah. Zhang's a special fighter. And look, I'm just talking about like British fighters in general, because we always look at Brits with a bit like, what, Brits got good fighters, but they got good heavyweight, young heavyweight core. I even forgot Daniel Dubois, who's going to be facing Joseph Parker, in February. We're on the undercard for Peterbiev versus Bivol, and I guarantee, and I'm confirming this now, guys. There will be a watch along for that event. I might do the whole main card. A 7-hour stream. I don't know whether or not you guys would be down for that, but I'm sure. But I'm sure. But yeah, Zhang is a Zhang's a quality fighter. quality fighter. Who do you like in that fight, Luke? Against who? Against who? Dubois Parker. Ooh, you know what? I think I always say Parker's like a diet version of Tyson Fury, like a really diet. You know, I've got Dubois. Uh, I've got Dubois winning that CJ. I just think Parker, when you look at Parker's age, you think, fuck, he's only 32, 33. He should be in his physical prime, but he's got a lot of mileage on the body. He has a lot of mileage on the body. You know, Dubois got his hands full with Parker. It's going to be a tough fight. I think Parker sticks, moves, and catches him. Possibly could definitely see that Parker, I would say, is better with the footwork. As I say, like, because I don't know if not people know that I used to, play in goal, not very well, but I used to play as a goalkeeper, and I used to coach as a goalkeeping coach. Footwork is key. I said that to my keepers. Like, you could be super athletic, dive around, but if you haven't got good footwork, then you're gonna, the footwork. If the footwork's not correct, then you're not gonna do much. Not gonna do much. Is Fury the fight that balloons up most between fights? Wouldn't surprise me. What, in terms of like fighters who balloons up between fights? Is this like boxing? Because it wouldn't surprise me if he does. I bet you're better than Adrian, possibly. Cannot confirm or deny that I am better than Adrian. Or Adrian! Can't confirm or deny. Yeah, but we have, boxing. It's going to be another great year of boxing. Another great year of boxing. I can feel it. So, do you do some fight commentary? Yeah, hopefully. Well, I'll do the watch for the boxing. Like, I'm trying to really get into boxing because I am a massive MMA guy, as people know. With the Sanderson Show, with this channel, but I'm trying to branch out to do some fight commentary for boxing, and hopefully that's what my boxing watch alongs would be on the channel. Will be a bit more fight commentary. That's the aim this year, and hopefully we'll start doing that with Beterbiev versus Bivol too, which I'm going to try and get some guests on like last time, which was an absolute success. A long stream, great success. So that's a great success. But yeah, hopefully, that's but and hey, you never know. May hit the boxing gym. Let me join as a guest. I love boxing. Used to box myself. Hey, CJ, absolutely, I'll get you on. Which fights would you like to see made in 2025 in boxing? Ooh, that's a. Let me have a think. Fury AJ. I know. This is the topic of conversation. Fury AJ. Canelo Benavides. Don't want to see Canelo Crawford. I think it's a complete mismatch. A Tank versus Keyshaw. I'd love to see that fight. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney 2, which is apparently could be in the works for April. Davis versus Shakur, yeah, potentially. But there's lots of quality in those lightweight divisions. Absolutely. I'm just trying to think any big British fights. Any big British fights you want to see this year? Anyway, Bam Bam's is the fight A. Anyway's quality, man. I think I managed to catch one of his fights like early in like the morning, like after I've woken up. Oh my god, he's dynamite, man. He's dynamite. Absolute dynamite. And I know it probably wouldn't happen because like weight class difference, but Inoue versus Tank. Inoue versus Tank. A Wardley versus Utuma. I probably wouldn't go Wardley. Hello there, big up Callum.
Hello.
Big up, hello. How are you doing?
Been better. Kvaratskhelia to PSG looks like it's happening. So.
Rejecting £70 million for Nunes because you think we're going to get 80. Ballsy.
Yeah, it is.
Ballsy, I rate it, but we're back in the happy place.
We are.
The happy place. First video on the channel this year.
Big up.
And we're talking about our good friend Tyson Fury. He's announced his retirement. I put in the title, announces his retirement again. ... But for how long?
Basically, we could rename the title to Joshua Fury in the Works.
Yeah, I did say this. I think this is his fourth retirement, by the way. 2013.
There's too much money on the table to walk away from the Joshua fight. If Joshua will be his last fight. Now he knows he's not getting back to the heavyweight title. Joshua's his last fight, and he'll cash out. But I also think he'll probably be Joshua's last fight as well, potentially. Difference is Joshua has retired 6 times.
Yeah, but to be honest, I think it's their last 2 guys' retirement. Exactly what I said, Cal. Contracts are made up, negotiations done. Yeah, if we talk about I'll touch on what we've been talking about in the chat as well, because we talk about fights you want to see made in boxing this year. But we're just carrying on touching on Tyson Fury. Like Tyson's had a legendary career, but this type of fight, antics and stunts, it's like the boy that cried wolf.
All right, I don't mean to be that guy. Has he actually had a legendary career?
I'd say in terms of some of the names are on his resume, beating Klitschko in Germany. After
two top level fighters, I'd say he's beaten.
Wilder,
and I'd even arguably say Deontay Wilder isn't even top level. He just had a fantastic knockout punch. Because Wilder's resume is pretty awful.
Yeah, Wilder's, I think before the Fury fight, Wilder's best ever win was Luis Ortiz. Ortiz was Tyson Fury is a cuck. Hey, Jamie, you have the link, my friend. You have the link.
Apart from Deontay Wilder and Klitschko, who else is on his resume that you really go, wow, he beat him? Joshua's got a better resume than Fury.
Yeah, I'd say so. Wilder's always been overrated. Coming from an American. Always said it.
I said it as well.
Says like his footwork is dodgy as hell, but he always got away with it because he had the equalizer. He had the knockout punch that didn't even need to get connected fully. You just needed him to graze the top of your head, and you were out. And that was a great equalizer, but I don't think Klitschko is his best win, but it was a washed Vladimir.
I disagree with that. I don't think it was a washed Vladimir.
I don't think that it was a washed Vladimir. I think
I think he stifled Vladimir in that fight.
I think he was on there. Jamie, that's fine, mate. That's fine.
Rest up, Jay.
Rest up, mate.
Yeah, I don't think he's got a great resume. What Again, Dylan White, I'd say is a good win as well. But yeah, his resume is not great. You take the trilogy of Wilder off, one top level win. Otto Wallin, he should have lost that fight. That fight should have been stopped on cuts.
Yeah, so basically, so on the Ring magazine they've put down like his highlight. No, he fought Klitschko, Wilder 3 times, Usyk twice, Dillian White, and he put Derek Chisora 3 times. Like, no offense, yeah,
He
I'm sure
gave
Derek
Derek Chisora
Chisora,
a payout.
he gave
Derek did
Derek Chisora
nothing to
respect.
deserve that title shot.
Fury sell all for money. Adam Hurley, most of Fury's wins came from Chisora. LOL. Yes, that's facts. Him and Wilder gave Fury like 5 wins. It's 5 wins.
6. I know
No, I
5.
know.
So yeah, the first one was a draw, technically.
Yeah, everyone that's tuning in, make sure to subscribe to the Sanderson Show. Link is in the description. So make sure to subscribe to Callum's channel, where we'll be on there tomorrow for combat catch up.
Might not be tomorrow. It might be Wednesday because of the game tomorrow.
Yes, of course. So
Might be
most
Wednesday.
probably be Wednesday. Also subscribe to Jamie Phillips as well. Football Chats link is also in the description as well. Jamie with another comment. He said that he retired so we can get more money to fight AJ in the summer. That's all his plan. Yeah, which I agree, because now in this world of boxing, he's got His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh, who's basically the Dana White of boxing, but on steroids.
Yeah, he's better than Dana.
With a bottomless pit of cash.
So I'll tell you what I like about His Excellency. He seems like he leaves pride at the door and just wants to make the best fights. And he's willing to do the best for the fighters as opposed to what's best for the promotion and for the business of boxing. And as fans, we're the one that benefit from that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, he said about exciting fights that happen this year. So I'll just go on the comment that was, mentioned before you came in. Fights you want to see made in boxing this year.
Oh, top of the list, it has to be Canelo and Crawford.
I said I don't want that fight to happen.
Why?
Because I just think the weight class difference between the two fighters, I think you're instantly putting Crawford at a disadvantage.
That's what
I'd
makes
rather
it
see Canelo fight who he should be fighting, which is Benavidez.
Yeah, that's a shout, to be fair.
And get Crawford fight someone else that is still a bit of a challenge. But like, how many weight classes are you talking between the two? 3 or 4 different weight
he's
classes?
currently fighting at 54 and he'd be going up to 68, I'd assume.
Like, that's a bit of a disadvantage there. And if I'm Crawford, would I be really risking my zero to jump up several weight divisions?
Yeah, you would, because of the payout and the fact that there's no pressure for him going into this fight. Because if he loses, what does everyone say to him? Okay, you lost to a guy who was 2 weights above you, that everyone knows hits hard and is one of the best fighters of all time. If he goes up and beats Canelo, there's an argument to say he might be in the conversation for GOAT.
Potentially.
It's worth the risk, I reckon. I'm biased in it. Crawford's my guy. I think Crawford could get it done.
Yeah, if that fight's made, one, there'll be a watch along on this channel. 2, I need Drifty and you on the same stream with that fight.
Yeah, that'd be insane. Crawford's my guy.
Because that would be cash money. Just run it back to when it was Benavidez versus Bivol on stream afterwards. Which also will be live on the channel as well. I'm debating whether or not to.
That's February, right?
That's February next month.
February
Debating not
what?
22nd.
Oh, sweet.
I'm debating whether not to do the whole card and just trying to think, have I got an important date around then? I'm just trying to think.
It's a good card though, and I think Boatsie's fighting on that card and some others as well. That's a good card.
Dubois Parker.
Oh, that's a good card, Luke.
Canelo hinted at potential fight with Crawford at the boxing event. Yes, I did see that. Do you know who else I saw? I saw the two cheats.
Was it Nigel Conor Benn and who
Conor
else was
Ben
it?
and Ryan Garcia getting in a little
Yeah.
bit of a scuffle. I'm thinking, oi, oi, oi. And apparently, Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia could be made for April,
Yeah.
providing I think there's like several conditions that Garcia would need to follow.
And rightly so.
Hey, Luke, don't sleep on Morel. Is going to give Benavidez a fight.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's going to
Benavidez
be.
finishes that though.
Yeah,
Morel's good though. Morel is good, but Benavidez is just an animal, man.
I think some of the other fights I saw there was Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson.
Well, Tank said that he's retiring as well, right?
Yeah, he
This
said
year,
he's
he
got.
said he's retiring this year.
What is it with these fights that want to retire, man? Try to see if there's anything else really. Yeah, just trying to think here. Trying to think other fighters that can be made from that boxing event. Obviously, Fury AJ's my number one.
I'll obviously watch the fight, bro. Obviously, it's lost its allure for me now, though. This is one of the cases of they've kept it waiting for too long. It obviously it's still going to sell out Wembley. It's still going to do good numbers, but Fury AJ should have been made after Fury fought Wilder for the third time, I believe,
Yeah.
or before after he fought him the second time.
Version of them both.
Well, not just that. There was, apart from bragging rights, what's really on it now?
It's bragging rights, but that's it.
But is it really bragging rights? Because both of them not even in their prime anymore.
Or a New A fight pushed back with Goodman. Not sure if you saw that. No, I didn't.
A New A is a problem. I love watching him fight, man. He's such a good boxer.
I'd say if it was possible, a New A versus Tank.
I think a New A would be giving up a lot of weight there, though, no?
Potentially.
Tank's a hard puncher as well. Tank versus Shakur Stevenson, I'd love to see that fight, if I'm going to be honest. I don't think that happens, though.
Obviously, you've got the rematch coming up next month as well. Bivol versus Beterbiev 2. I'm trying to think. Usyk, if he beats Dubois.
Usyk's cleared out that division, man.
I know, depending who picks up the undisputed cruiserweight belt, does he want to drop back down to cruiserweight and become?
I honestly thought Usyk would retire after the last Tyson Fury fight, but he might just keep on going for a little bit longer.
Yeah,
if he can beat these guys and make good money, I mean, why not?
Fury versus Joshua is the new age Mayweather Pac-Man fight. Should have been made sooner. But yeah, definitely. Even though that fight was the highest grossing fight of all time, but
I wouldn't mind seeing Joshua Dubois again.
I wouldn't. I think with both Joshua and Fury, I think someone said like Fury's not sticking around to fight Bacoli, a Tuma. He's not sticking around to fight these young guns.
No.
A Wardley. He's not sticking around. He's going to take this fight and then he's going to dip. He's going to take his money. He may fight Ngannou again, possibly, maybe. Then he's going to make his money and dip. Jai Opedea at cruiserweight is a dangerous man. He is. I'm trying to think which. He fought on the first Benavidez Bivol card. It's a dangerous man. I did see the highlights of his fight, like his last fight. He's a dangerous man. Get him the opportunity to get all the belts at cruiserweight. No one wants to fight Bacoli now. Facts.
And I don't blame them. Bacoli looks like he hits like a truck.
Hey, do you know who else made their successful heavyweight debut? Lawrence Okoli.
Yeah, I don't see him going far in that division. Lawrence Okoli looks like someone who's just fed up of making the weight. as opposed
Yeah.
to being an actual heavyweight. He just looks like someone who's fed up and making weight.
Yeah. Trying to have a look here. I'm sure we'll talk about some of the stuff that I've just seen. Hey, Terence Crawford just tweeted, I'm going to shock the world. Watch. The best is yet to come. I had it in my back pocket the whole time.
Jeez. Aye, Luke, if that fight happens, we've got to be on it.
Run it.
That would be insane.
Run it.
That would be insane, bro. Oh, if he does it, that'd be insane.
Did you see Haney dropped the lawsuit against Garcia? Second fight's happening. Yeah, I saw reports in April, CJ. April. See, Turkey's got the whole boxing world eating out the palm of his hand. Like, I don't think there's any, there's some big fights to make some big money. Fighters are going to get paid. And, hey, the fans are going to eat very, very, very well this year because we're going to get treated to some absolute bangers. Cal, who do you think wins, Dubois or Parker?
I'm gonna go Dubois.
I've got Dubois late.
I think Dubois does it.
I think people look at Parker and think, oh, Parker's only like early 30s, but he's had a lot of miles on the tank.
He's had some wars, man.
AJ, AJ, Dillian White. I think he beat Andy Ruiz, I think.
Yeah.
So
he's had some
through the mill.
I'm looking forward to that fight. I think that's going to be a real style clash.
Yeah. Yeah, just going to see the big power versus the good footwork. I've always said like Joseph Parker's like a really diet version of Tyson Fury. With the footwork.
Yeah, that makes sense. I see that. They train together as well, so you can understand why there'd be similarities there as well.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Random question for you both. 2 boxers that you really liked that weren't big names.
Ooh. Oh, interesting. Let me have a think about this one.
Fine big name though. I've not watched boxing.
I did like Josh Kelly. I wouldn't say he was necessarily the biggest of names.
I'm not too sure. I've not been watching boxing long enough.
Trinidad, I'd say. Trinidad was quite a big name, though.
Kotsa Tazui. I think I absolutely butchered it.
It's Costa
Costa
yeah, it was. Yeah, I remember his knockout of Zab Judah. That was brutal, man. Had Zab Judah jogging all over the ring. The Marcus Corley's another one. Unfortunately, he passed away, but he gave Mayweather a really tough fight. That was when Floyd was pretty boy Floyd.
I couldn't answer that.
I mean, Martinez, Paul as well. I'm trying to remember his surname.
This may not be a big name, but I did root for George Groves.
Paul Williams. Paul Williams was another one I liked. I liked Paul Williams. Had a really bad motorcycle accident.
Yeah, I'd say mine is George Groves. I know he's a big name, but I just, after him losing to Froch, I just wanted him to win that world title. Badly.
he got robbed in that first fight.
Chop
My
chop kid.
one of my friends used to train with George Groves, and he says he doesn't look like he hits hard, but he says when he hits you, you feel it.
Tommy Morrison for me. Tommy the Machine
Tommy
Gun.
was a good fighter.
Paul Williams, great call. Cal, terrible accident.
Yeah,
And he says, "Do you remember Martinez knocking Williams out?"
brutal. Their first fight was a classic, but that knockout was insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Absolutely. But anyway, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up there for this evening. Massive thank you for you, Callum, for hopping in.
Pleasure, brother.
Anything you want to promote before we let the people go?
Yeah, I did a show earlier today on the Sanderson Show, just speaking about stuff like the Crawford Canelo thing and a few things in MMA as well. Probably be back on Wednesday, obviously making sure Luke and Jay are all right to do Wednesday first. If not, then we'll reschedule another day and then go from there, people. But yeah, always a pleasure jumping on the channel, bro.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you on, mate. I'm going to have a video out tomorrow on fights that I want to see in the UFC this year. And then Wednesday, combat catch up. Thursday will be a preview for UFC 311.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll be ready to rock from there. Hopefully, Jamie will be with us for them. Hi, Michael. Just about to,
Big up, Michael.
just to leave now. Big up, but yeah, everyone that's tuned in, yeah. Well, we're both well. Well, I'm well.
Yeah,
Not sure about Callum's recovering.
Come see, come so.
Yeah, comes. Yeah. But everyone that's tuned in, massive thanks. Make sure subscribe to this channel, Sanderson Show. Subscribe to Jamie Phillips Football Chats as well. Thanks very much, CJ, and we will see you all very, very soon.